Hey all, Avros here, back with the next Lufenia Plus fight. This one is for Act 3, Chapter 5, Part 1, the Lufenia Plus for Jegran's part of this story chapter. This fight is against Jegran himself in his Jegran's core form. I'm not exactly sure how Jegran turned himself into an airship, but that's the boss for this fight. He will also, during the fight, summon 2 crystal weapon minions to back him up. The orb for this fight is a 15 count at battle start and is again a lethal attack, which is weird that we kind of have to specify this now, but after the last few fights I feel it's necessary. And the orb is increased by having a stacked debuff with at least 2 stacks on the boss when he starts his turn, or when the boss is dropped below 79 or 49% HP, it will also increase the count by 8. This is an 80 turn fight. This is one where you can take a bit of time to clear it, but you do want to be a bit aggressive with what you're doing with your turns. You don't want to take too long and just slightly go over that turn count. That being said, the boss is immune to launch as well in this fight, so no way to sort of abuse Sid Rains for this one. Other things of note from this boss is the recast varies during the fight based on how much HP the boss has. From 100 to 50% boss HP, the recast is Diffusive Energy Cannon, a recover from break status into an AoE Bravery plus HP attack, and from 49% until dead, the attack is Concentrated Energy Laser, a recover from break status single target Bravery plus HP attack that targets the lowest HP unit. Other than this, it summons minions when the summoned crystal weapon occurs. This happens above 50% HP after Arm Swing, which is the third one that it uses whenever it has an opportunity, and below 50% it happens after the recast attack. When summoned above 50% HP, this will summon 1 minion that will heal and battery any minions on the field to 100% HP and maximum bravery, and under 50% HP the minions will additionally spawn in with 5 framed buffs giving increased attack, defense, High Brave, Max Brave, and Speed, as well as giving Jegran a plus 100% defense buff while they remain alive. So my strategy for this fight worked out at my first attempt, so I didn't actually have time to fully refine it, but I figured if I dealt enough damage throughout the fight, used the right calls, that this should all work out fine to control the orb. All 3 calls I brought had a stacked debuff to make sure I could control the orb, and I didn't even need to use all 3. The team I brought was Auron, who was brought on to tank the boss, including the below 50% recast. Due to his last stand, this was a deliberate choice that he could actually take that attack. Core was brought for his linked attack capabilities and his rainbow damage, and of course our battery and damage increase provided as usual by Bartz. So starting off this fight, it was Auron up first, so I used his LD, Tornado, and then Purgatory for the free ability use. This gets the counters up and covering early to try and minimize the number of turns taken, making sure you get a lot of that off-turn damage started. On Core's turn, the skills were Snowbreak, which I used onto Auron, and then Lion's Roar. I then used Missile on Bartz to start stacking his mastery of his skills, and on Auron's next turn I used Kurasame's regular call to start controlling the orb. Continuing with getting mastery up on Bartz, I used skills on Auron and Core to take care of Jegran and his starting minion, and then letting Jegran get some turns to keep the orb controlled. When Jegran got down to 82% HP, I swapped Auron out for Jecht, and this may have been a mistake as I likely should have swapped out Core instead to make sure I had healing in if necessary, but in the end it ended up working out fine. Once Jecht was in, I used his BT attack to get his aura up, do some huge damage to the enemies, and then also used Bart's BT plus finisher, and with both of these up I got call into Bartz, then used Jecht's next turn to use his LD attack to re-break the boss, giving him another turn, which I used for his LD again to maximize his damage output. Jegran got the recast off, dealing damage to the whole party, which Bartz and Core were able to heal. Jecht didn't, but this ended up being under the threshold, so it was okay. Turns proceeded with stacking Bartz's BT aura, using LD on Jecht, utilizing summon around 58% HP, and then using Reaper's Gale into Reflorascere on Core repeatedly until he had 1 use of Reflorascere left, and the last turn summon he used being Lion's Roar. The boss then was below 49% HP and refreshed the orb, and I used Jecht's EX attack for his last turn. When Auron came back in, I immediately used his LD again, and from here on out it was business as usual until Bartz's aura got down to 1 turn left. During this, the boss did use its recast, which hit Auron due to him having the lowest maximum HP, which he survived with his last stand, healed through it with no real issue back to full health, and was ready to tank it again if necessary. At this point, the boss was down to about 34% HP when Bartz had 1 turn on the aura left, so I used his BT phase. Forgetting to target the minion that was out down first, it still did 1.4 million damage, but this should have been higher. The end of the fight from here after the BT phase ended was just working on taking the boss down while using calls to keep stacked debuffs up, and stacking Bart's BT aura back up for the battery. The fight was over at 54 turns, well under the 80 turn count. On that note, thanks for watching, and if you'd like any further assistance with this fight, please ask in the comments down below, and enjoy the rest of the video.
冒険はまだ終わらない。やろうぜ。ごめんな。この勝負もらった。
責務は果たす。責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。沈んでもらう。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。言いてえぞ。信号しろよ。言いてえぞ。信号しろよ。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。沈んでもらう。
成敗。
責務は果たす。言いてえぞ。信号しろよ。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。ついてこれるか。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。ついてこれるか。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕く。責務は果たす。人たちで切り落とす。燃えたけれ。責務は果たす。コッパみじんだ。
成敗。
責務は果たす。これで最後だ。じゃあな。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。 梅雨払いはしてやるさ。少しばかり揉んでやる。責務は果たす。長倉責務は果たす。これはどうかな。責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。沈んでもらう。
成敗。
責務は果たす。研ぎ澄ます。絶対レードの一撃。責務は果たす。長倉
必殺。穴から俺は本気だよ。成敗。必殺。冒険はまだ終わらない。やろうぜ。ここだ。ごめんな。当たれ。この勝負もらった。
責務は果たす。魂ごと砕け。責務は果たす。人たちで切り落とす。燃えたけれ。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。
準備よし。やっちゃうぞ。届くんだな。穴から俺は本気だよ。
味で止め。責務は果たす。ついてこれるか。責務は果たす。魂ごと砕け。責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。沈んでもらう。責務は果たす。 責務は果たす。これはどうか
成敗。
責務は果たす。責務は果たす。人たちで切り落とす。燃えたけれ。責務は果たす。甘くな。責務は果たす。梅雨払いはしてやるさ。沈んでもらう。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。これで最後だ。じゃあ
な。花から俺は本気だよ。
責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。責務は果たす。これはどうかな。責務は果たす。魂ほど砕け。上々だ。よくやった。